Markelle Fultz, a name that once symbolized hope, potential, and a bright future of a franchise. The first overall pick in the 2017 NBA draft. A no-brainer selection for the Philadelphia 76ers, who traded up to get him, believing he would be the final piece to their championship puzzle alongside Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. But 7 years later, Markelle Fultz remains unsigned, a free agent waiting for that call that might never come. What happened? What went wrong? This is the heartbreaking downfall of Markelle Fultz.
The Philadelphia 76ers select Markelle Fultz.
Let's start where it all began. Fultz wasn't just a great college player, he was an absolute phenomenon. In his lone season at the University of Washington, Fultz averaged 23.2 points, 5.9 assists, and 5.7 rebounds per game. He could score at all three levels, run an offense, defend, and make plays for his teammates. Fultz had it all: a smooth jump shot, explosive athleticism, and a basketball IQ well beyond his years. The hype wasn't just justified, it was overwhelming. Even with Lonzo Ball dazzling at UCLA, Fultz was a consensus #1 pick. The Sixers were so convinced of his potential that they traded up 2 spots with the Boston Celtics to secure him. And this is where the story takes a turn that no one could have predicted. The 2017-2018 NBA season was supposed to be the start of something special for Fultz. But from that moment he stepped onto the court, something was off. His once fluid jump shot was gone, replaced by an awkward hitch that made it almost unrecognizable. At the time, no one understood what was happening. Not Fultz, not the Sixers, and definitely not the fans. The initial diagnosis, you might ask? A shoulder injury. Then it was described as a case of the yips. But the truth turned out to be far more complex. Thoracic outlet syndrome, a rare nerve condition that affected his ability to shoot and move his arm properly. To make matters worse, Fultz tried to play through the pain, which only worsened his situation. The Sixers, a team with championship aspirations, grew increasingly frustrated, and the Philadelphia fan base, known for its unforgiving nature, simply turned on him. Less than 2 years after being drafted #1 overall, the Sixers gave up on Markelle Fultz, trading him to the Orlando Magic in what felt like an unceremonious end to his time in Philadelphia. For the Magic, it was a low-risk flyer, an opportunity to rehabilitate a player who, despite his struggles, was still just 20 years old with undeniable talent. The early days in Orlando, though, weren't easy. Fultz played just 33 games over his first 2 seasons, struggling with consistency and confidence. His free throw percentage was a shocking 53.4%, and his jump shot remained unreliable. But for the first time, Fultz found himself in an environment where patience, not pressure, were the priority. Slowly, he began to redefine his game. In Orlando, Fultz transitioned into a different role. While he was no longer the dominant scorer he had been in college, he found some success as a playmaker and on-ball defender. Over 5 seasons with the Magic, he averaged 11.6 points, 5.2 assists, and 3.6 rebounds per game. Not the numbers you'd expect from a former #1 overall pick, but a testament to his ability to adapt and contribute in other ways and in a winning situation. Fultz ultimately ended up showing flashes of brilliance. Moments where his explosiveness and court vision reminded fans why he was once seen as a generational talent. But those moments were often overshadowed by reoccurring injuries. A torn ACL, fractures in his left knee, and countless other setbacks prevented him from finding sustained success. The potential was still there, but the question always remained, could Fultz ever stay healthy long enough to realize it? The 2017 NBA draft will forever be remembered for its talent. Jason Tatum, taken 2 picks after Fultz, just led the Boston Celtics to the championship in 2024. Donovan Mitchell and De'Aaron Fox are perennial all-stars. Meanwhile, Markelle Fultz, the first pick of that class, finds himself on the outside looking in. His story is a stark reminder of how quickly the NBA can move on. Teams today prioritize shooting and durability, two areas where Fultz has struggled. Despite being just 26 years old, in the prime of his career, Fultz remains unsigned as training camp has come and gone, and as the 2014-15 season is in full swing. It's impossible not to wonder, what could have been? What if the Sixers had diagnosed his condition earlier? What if Fultz had stayed healthy, or maybe never gotten injured? Would he have become an all-star everyone envisioned, or maybe more? Would he have been the missing piece in Philadelphia's quest for a championship? But basketball, like life, isn't about the what-ifs. It's about what happened and what actually is. And right now, Markelle Fultz is a free agent. A player with undeniable talent, but a career ultimately defined by unfulfilled potential. Despite everything, Markelle Fultz remains optimistic. He's repeatedly said he'll control what he can control, work hard, stay ready, and wait for the opportunity to prove himself once again arises. It's a sentiment that speaks to his resilience and character, even in the face of adversity and everything he's been through. There are teams out there that could still use Fultz's skills. A contender in need of backcourt depth perhaps. A rebuilding team willing to take a chance, maybe. The NBA has seen many redemption stories before, and perhaps Fultz's story isn't over just yet. But for now, he remains unsigned, a heartbreaking story of unfulfilled potential. But in the world of sports, ultimately hope is always just one opportunity away. But what do you guys think? Does Markelle Fultz deserve another shot? Could he still make an impact in the NBA? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more upcoming videos and NBA content. My name is Damian Peters, this is Basketball Network, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.